Good evening, students. My name is Sahdev Kumar Sharma. I am from Success Mantra Educate, Jalandhar, Punjab, India. And today we are going to discuss about the second part of how to go for head match. In the previous part, we have identified what are the keywords and how to identify. If you have not watched the previous video, I request you to kindly go back or you will get the I button and please watch the previous video so that it is getting in connect with this video. Okay, in the last video we discussed that in the list of head matchings we pick up the keywords. We picked up complaint, second we come incorrect, some early recommendations, some organizations, some companies suffered, okay, expected to do, to achieve something, neither approach and the certain approach. Okay, now we are going to discuss. Now the best strategy is to please read the paragraph. If we are reading a paragraph, we need to understand that what this paragraph is going, okay, then we can identify. Okay, we are lucky that if we are getting the answer in first two or last two lines, but sometimes we need to read whole paragraph. Okay, so what this organization, this paragraph is says, okay, organization is a big organization, whether it is our life, all the inbox calendars of how companies are structured. Okay, $1 billion industry helps to me. How companies are structured, multi-billion dollar industry. Okay, we have more strategies, time management, project management, self-orientation. They are talking about the three different strategies. At the time of human history, we told we ought to organize our company. We ought to organize means we are supposed to organize our company, our home, our week, our day, or even sleep, and means to become more productive. We are supposed to do something. Okay, we have to manage our company, home, work, week, day, or even sleep. Okay, every week countless seminars, workshops take around the world, paying or to structure their lives in order to achieve. Okay, so this paragraph is suggesting something. Okay, we are O means we are supposed to do something. This talk is also kept into the thinking of the business leader. Okay, they kept on visiting thinking, delight the pre-government and everything. Okay, the number of business schools graduate have massively increased. So this paragraph talk, according to me, this paragraph talks about two things. One, what you are supposed to do, and secondly, they talk about the different type of development of graduates and business schools for the last 50 days. That means altogether this paragraph contains two concepts. What people are supposed to do, and second is growth of the graduate colleges. Okay, we understood the paragraph. Now we are going back to our list of headings. Companies about impact of certain approach. No, there was nothing much approach. Fundamental beliefs in fact incorrect. No, nothing as incorrect come. Early recommendations. No recommendations has come. Organization that put new approach into practice. Okay, organizations were there and there were different types of school and colleges. They were discussed about 50 something. Okay, companies that have suffered from changing approach. No, there was no suffering. What people are increasingly expected to do, because they have used the word ought to twice. Okay, so this can be our answer. Okay, how to achieve outcomes of currently impossible. Nothing is talked about. Neither approach. There was no approach. Certain approach can have more advantage, so nothing has been discussed. So more serious issue is number 6. What people are increasingly expected to do. Okay, see this paragraph here says we told we ought to organize. Okay, we means people. Okay, we need to organize our company, home. So 100% the answer is your 6th one. This is how we find out. How we found out this answer? Because we picked up the keywords. When I am going to discuss this paragraph for you full, I will show that each and every paragraph contains those indications what we have already underlined. So if we have underlined the correct one, definitely we are going to be fruitful. Okay. The next paragraph. Okay. Come to the paragraph B. Ironically, however, number of businesses that failed has steadily increased. Okay, some business failed but steadily increased. Work related stress. Okay, fail, stress, paragraph is going to something. Okay, large proportion of workers from all the demographics claim to be dissatisfied. Okay, structure the way they are managed. So this paragraph is talking something of different. They failed, stressed, dissatisfied. Okay, so we have to identify these type of words. So this paragraph is saying something of negative approach. Okay, this begs the questions. Very good. They beg the questions. What has gone wrong? What has gone wrong? Why it is on the paper will drive for the organization seem to okay, but it falls the very short of what is expected. This paragraph, sorry, this paragraph talks about the negative concepts and they ask the three different questions. Okay, something wrong is there. Okay, so if we are discussing it, complaint about the impact of certain approach. Definitely there is a complaint, and when you see when we are going to complain about something, what we are going to say, why, how, who, eh? All these three questions are present here. This paragraph is negative, asking about the lot of things. So complaints in the shape of questions, and this paragraph was talking about totally the various things about failure, success and dissatisfaction. So very first attempt we found this question because there was many complaints in the paragraph. We don't need to understand much, but we can see the complaints. So next question is paragraph B, we give the answer 1. Okay, for paragraph A we have given the answer number 6. Okay, let us talk about the third paragraph, very small paragraph. At end of the video I will give you certain more wonderful tips that how to solve this type of paragraphs. Okay, this has been a problem for while now. Okay, problem at present. Frederick Taylor, who was the forefathers of the scientific management, okay, writing in the first half of 20th century. First half of 20th century, somebody has written something. Okay, he designed a number of principles to improve the efficiency of the work progress, which has since been widespread in the modern companies. So approach has been around for a while. Okay, they have given us some reference of the history. Okay, coming back to our paragraphs. Complaint, no, there was no complaint. Fundamental beliefs that are fact incorrect, nothing has been given. Early recommendations, wonderful. Early recommendations, what do you mean by early recommendations? Means somebody has said something years ago. What is meaning early recommendations? So there was Frederick Taylor, who was the person who has written in the 20th century for something. So we can stick to this but analyze the rest of the questions. Okay, organizations put the approach into practice, nothing practice discussed. Companies have suffered from changing approach, no. Why people, this we have already solved. How to achieve outcomes are currently impossible, nothing is talked about the outcomes, neither approach, and there was no positive or negative discussed in this paragraph. So we stick with answer 3. Okay, the C is your answer 3. My dear students, this is how we are going to approach. Please remember, there is no shortcut to your head match. There is no shortcut. You have to understand the concept, then only you are going to do it. Okay, we'll go with one more. Okay, the new research suggests something new has come. Okay, obsessed with efficiency is misguided. New research and something is misguiding. Something is not giving the good results. Problem is not necessarily, again not has come, that means something negative is there. The basic assumption we hold approaching how is work, here is the assumption that in order to necessary conditions for productivity, this assumption has also fostered the idea that disorder must be detrimental to the organizational process. The result is that business or the people spend money organizing themselves for the service rather they actually looking for the end of the goal. This paragraph totally almost talk about a new approach but very negative approach which was misguided. Which was misguided means they did not understand it well. Okay, complaint, there was no complaint. Fundamental beliefs that are incorrect. If I see this word incorrect, so this word is matching with my misguided. Incorrect, misguided, not productive. So a lot of negative words are there, so we can focus on this word for present. There was no early recommendations. Okay, Organization put into new approach into practice. Nothing new practice has come in this. Companies have suffered from the changing their approach. So nothing was said about that they have changed their approach. They only use one word, approaching. So they have not used the different approaches. What people we have argued, how to achieve outcomes currently impossible. There was nothing to talk about outcomes. No approach, no negative or positive. So more closer answer is fundamental beliefs that are incorrect, and we can say that new research suggests that obsession of efficiency is misguided. The problem is not necessarily management theories and strategies to organize our work. So more closer answer is 2. We'll in this video we will go one more, the last one, and this is how we generally do it in our class. Okay, so now question comes to the paragraph E. What paragraph E says? What's more, recent studies have come show that order actually has diminishing returns. So there, if the returns are there, so these are diminishing, these are reducing. Okay, modern study shows that something is reducing. Okay, order does not increase the productivity a certain extent, but eventually the usefulness of the process of the organization and benefit it yields reduces until the point where the further increase in order reduces the productivity. So this paragraph again talks about something negative. Diminishing, we can find reduce until further increase in reduced productivity. Some argue that business, if the cost of formally structuring something outweighs the benefit of doing, then that thing or not to be again not has come formally structured. Instead, resources involved can better be used elsewhere. So this paragraph says that whatever investment they are doing, the things are deteriorating, the things are diminishing. Okay, so things are not very good. And last they say they have given one suggestion also. They have given two different views. The first 5-6 lines talk about the negative, and then the last they said instead resources involved can be better used elsewhere. Means if you have some money, if you have resources, you can use it somewhere else. So two different aspects are being discussed. One is they are talking about the negative approach, and lastly they are giving one suggestion also, means something advantage they may be giving. Okay, coming back, impact of certain approach not there. Fundamental beliefs are incorrect. No. Early recommendations, no organization put to a new approach into practice. Nothing has been said about this. Companies have suffered from changing their approach. Yes, something has been said in the companies have suffered. Okay, they lost some negative they talked about. What people are expected? No. How to achieve outcomes are currently impossible. Nothing has been. Neither approach guarantees continuous improvement. No. Evidence that certain approach can have more disadvantage. What they can have, so there is a possibility can have. And so answer number 5 and answer number 9 are a bit confusing. So the more closer we have to study it again, and if you more closer if we see that, as I said, that instead, when they use instead, however, although, so whatever is said above, it can entirely going to change 180 degree. Okay, if you find instead, however, although, despite, so things are going to change from the upper lines to the lower one. Okay, so I think this is more closer to the question number 9. So we can give this answer to question number 9. This is how we do it. Video is going to be a bit longer, so I am not extending for the other paragraphs. But before I close this chapter, especially for your reading part, so I request you that first of all go for the keywords, underline the keywords, and secondly, there is no hard and fast rule that we should go by the series. No, there is no hard and fast. So whichever is the smallest paragraph, again I repeat, whichever is the smallest paragraph, we should go with that. And for example, he say the paragraph A is quite bigger as compared to, but paragraph C was very short. So once we go for the shorter paragraphs, paragraph E was very short, D was average, B was average, A was very long. So if I am going to appear in exam, I'll go with the A at the last. And by the time I will also use the elimination method, means this thing is not there. My dear students, the maximum option which you encounter, that will be only two options left with you, maximum two. And that case, you have to be go more deeper into the concept. And before I close this video, I request you to understand that head match is not a word match. This is the golden tip which you may not find in any of the videos. This was the gist of this video. If you are watching, if you are spending 15 minutes with me, the best takeaway is this, that head match is not a word match. It is a basically concept match. If you see in your head match, companies are there and companies are here, and this is the answer, my dear friends, 100% you are going to into the trap. Okay, for example, they say here organizations, and it is also written here the organization. See, this is organization, this is organization. If you are going to match like this, definitely you are going to lose your scores. So please be conscious and do head match at number 1 in your exam. If you do consciously all the head match, I am very sure the rest part of the paper, the rest part of the paragraph, you can easily do, maybe of filling the blanks, or maybe of any other, you can say MCQs and all. My dear students, if you are following this, definitely you are going to get the good marks. Whatever I know, I given the best in this video. Please use it repetitively, listen to it, practice it, and do give me the comments that yes, this strategy is really working. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it so that I serve you the best. Take care of you. All the best. Bye bye.